Today we're going to be reviewing the Lithonia ELM2L. It's even in black housing, which makes it look even cooler. This was released in 2019, and it's part of the 5th generation of Quantums. This discontinued the Lithonia ELM2 LED. And the heads adjustments aren't the best on these, in my opinion. They're kind of hard to adjust, especially with a single hand. But when this emergency light came out, Lithonia became better than ever. So, that's the test button, and it's green, because this one has simple self-diagnostics as its standard. And we give it a test. It is pretty bright. And this is probably Lithonia's best standard output unit that there is, with remaining that modern design. Now, I'm going to show you how it lights up the basement. I just had to turn off a light real quick, but I'm unplugging the unit right now. And I'm going to turn this light off. And here it is. Here's how it lights up the ceiling. And then this is how it lights up the entire basement. Honestly, it's pretty good. In person, it does look a bit dimmer, though. But these units are very good, in my opinion. I got this from my local Lowe's, but unfortunately, they stopped selling them. They're not on display anymore, but there's actually still a few there. The white housing ones are gone, but there's a few black housing ones. So, oh, I just shined that right in my eyes. Now, I'm going to try demonstrating the simple self-diagnostics if I can. I can't make a promise I'll be able to, but I'll give it an attempt. Now that I disconnected the battery, you may notice the light is red, and if I test it, it obviously isn't going to work. Just like the Lithonia ELM2L, it flashes right at the end of testing it. So, I actually never seen a Lithonia ELM2L like this, so this is actually my first time. And maybe the first time for some of you to see Lithonia ELM2 like this as well. There is a sticker right here that is kind of worn, but it's telling you solid green is it's charging, and then solid red's battery disconnected. Now I'm going to quickly reconnect the battery off camera. Something I kind of don't like about Lithonia ELM2Ls is what may confuse people is that these were released in 2019. Meanwhile, the brand new Lithonia LQM 4th generation and the Lithonia LHQM 3rd generation released earlier this year. And this was released 6 years before that. So in some new builds before 2025, they would use the Lithonia ELM2Ls. However, for exit sign combos, they'd use the original LHQM LEDs. However, in probably new builds today, they're going to pretty much use all 5th gen Quantums, just because earlier in the decade, it was sometimes a mix of 3rd, 4th, and 5th gen Quantums, which didn't seem to make sense. There are also some high lumen output versions of this, the Lithonia ELM4L and the Lithonia ELM6L. And these are also offered in self-diagnostics. And they even have a laser test option. A Starbucks around my area had this, and I did show a video of there being a battery fault on one of the Lithonia ELM2L with self-diagnostics. And you could clearly see the laser test option. However, that is going to do it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned for more.